Hey, what's up, guys? Tukey here, back again, a little bit later than expected, but back again with another episode of my new Seattle Sonics My League series. It doesn't have the same ring as franchise mode series. It doesn't have the same ring, but regardless, we are back. And in this episode, we go through our first season with the Reborn Sonics. Now, that said, there's not a whole hell of a lot to do. The team is set. We're going to be terrible. We don't make trades in this series. We're not signing big-time free agents. The staff has already been made up. There's really not a whole hell of a lot to do. Now, there was the topic of conversation as to whether or not we should use an import draft, and a lot of you wanted me to, but I feel like that takes away some of the originality of the series by using the same draft class that everyone else uses. I know it's nice, obviously, to have the real-world players in there, and you guys know, with all the roster editing I do on NHL, I get it, but for the sake of this, I don't know, I just feel like everyone else probably uses that. I don't know how common it is on YouTube, at least, but for that reason, I'm going to stay away from it, and we are going to go with computer-generated players throughout the duration. The only thing to really worry about is player development, but again, none of these players are ours, so we don't have to worry about it. And scouting-wise, I am, for the most part, just leaving it up to the AI. I do have that automated, but of course we'll take a look at a few things if we need to. But for right now, we're fine. We're good to go. We are good to sim, and hopefully we will finish dead last. I'd like to think that is going to be the case, but with these games, you can never be too sure. So let's go ahead and sim to December 1st. And we'll see if we can somehow sneak away with a win. I do have practices, I believe, just auto set up. I'd like a decent amount of automation, something like worrying about training or practices. Obviously not as concerned for the first season. We beat the Knicks. Of course we did. Of course. Of all the teams we were going to beat, it was the goddamn Knicks, and we beat them by a point. God damn it, New York. We will disable computer trade offers, which, yeah. Does that, oh, you know what, this is where the, hey, I'm getting back in the NBA portion comes in. That would just turn off the offers for me, right? I'm not sure. Like, NHL-wise, be like, oh yeah, fine, just turn off those offers. I'd like to think that would wouldn't prevent other teams from still making deals, but I'm kind of afraid to hit any button right now. Like, I got the basics of what I'm doing here, right? And it's not that difficult to know, but it's those little things like that where it's like, would that turn off everything? I'm unsure. So I'm afraid to hit that button, and I will not hit that button until Season 2, where you guys can have a little bit of input. So unless we pull off a major upset over the Celtics, we have just one win. One win, 24 losses to kick things off here, and we end up losing, getting crushed by the Timberwolves on December 1st. I am somewhat intrigued. Yeah, the injuries are adding up. The morale, it's not looking good, is it? It is not looking good. Let's just keep going. Let's get closer to the draft here. We'll get towards the All-Star break. We'll figure out what's going on. Not as if we're going to have any All-Stars, but I'll look at, of course, other players around the league. I'll try to keep up to date with stats and everything. Obviously, the awards at the end of the year. We'll handle it kind of like we do MLB, as we end up beating the Seals, which is nice. Beat another expansion team by 5. Again, we're going to decline that. No trades allowed at any point. Now, quite a few of you were thinking, and you're probably right, that this will be easier in theory than an NHL, than a Madden, than even a Youth Academy series like in FIFA or MLB for that matter, because obviously the roster size is so much smaller. And you're probably right. That said, don't doubt my horrible luck in these games. Don't doubt the ability for me to somehow struggle at a tremendous rate. It could very well happen. Let's be honest. It will more than likely happen. And I could easily see us struggling for a few years despite having a really strong team. No way to know for sure. Although, fingers crossed, that little zero, you know which one I'm talking about, changes sooner rather than later. That would be nice. I gotta admit, that'd be a nice change of pace for once, to have one of these Draft to Glory style series and not sit there and struggle for nearly the duration of the entire series in which we're allowed to play. And obviously with my league, it's 80 years? I'd like to think that we'll win a title before the 80-year mark. I don't doubt that it couldn't happen, though. Don't doubt that year 79, we're like, yes, this is the year. Finally, we're going to get it. It could happen. That said, we could also win 5 games this year. Is that likely to happen? No. Is it likely that this year's will go 80 years? No. So, we'll see how it goes, but I love the early stages. I love the early stages of a series like this where we get to sit here and sim. Now, in fairness, some people are saying, well, if you're not going to do anything, just sim to the end of the year. This video would be like 15 minutes. It might be 15 minutes anyway. But damn it, that's the excitement. Will we win 5 games? We've already won 2. There's an outside chance here. Quit offering me stuff. Can we beat the Aces? We do by a point. 3 wins on the year. Look out, world. We're here. The Sonics. We're back. We're no longer super, though, so it's perfect. I could not, in good faith, call us the Supersonics when I knew we were going to be this bad for the first couple of years. Just couldn't happen. Wouldn't be right. I might have to hit that button. I'm sure it just turns off trade offers for me. Do I wish to view All-Star team selection? Sure. What team would you like to make selections for? Neither. But I guess I'm stuck. Giannis, what do we got here? Oh boy, and we'll just go ahead and auto draft LeBron, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, John Wall, back from broken legs. Poor John Wall in that contract. Steph Curry there too. The hell's Team LeBron looking like? That was Team LeBron. The hell's Team Giannis looking like? Harden, Irving, Jokic, Embiid. Neat. God, I wish we had something like this in NHL is all I could think this whole time. So I'm sitting here being like, Kawhi Leonard. It's Kawhi Leonard. I'm aware. I started noticing like, oh yeah, it's got 10-time All-Star, first-time All-Star. And then I got very jealous. And, that will probably continue to happen as I notice things that this game has that NHL doesn't, that it very well could have, and I will continue to be quite envious. But for now, we're going to somehow crush the Timberwolves, and we win our 4th game of the year. We put up 57 points. No, right past the trade deadline, the Tade dreadline. Right past the Tade dreadline. We're moving on. We know what the All-Star situation looks like. I mean, if we have anybody in the dunk contest, the three-point contest, the Young Star, it doesn't matter for year 1, of course. So straight through All-Star weekend, you would have seen who made it. It's all well and good. We have a chance to win our 5th game of the year against St. Louis, or we can win it against Sacramento and then lose to St. Louis by a point. That works too. We've hit 5 wins, which I thought would be about the best that we could do. Contract extension deadline, keep going. We're not bringing anybody back from this group of players. Are you kidding me? Why the hell would I do that? Get out of here. Sim through date, please. Take me to the end of the season. Country road, take me home. I hate country. Anyway, we're moving on. Trying to make this as interesting as possible because, damn it, if I have to sit through it, you have to sit through it. We have to pretend that we care about these bums that are currently occupying these jerseys who will not be here for that much longer. Some of them might be back next year or the year after. It depends on how poor the free agent list is. It also depends on who we end up drafting, which, again, if I can help it, that first choice will be up to you. And I believe this is Madden style where I can just back out mid-draft and we'll be good to go. So that's nice, isn't it? I agree. Thanks for agreeing. We are almost done with this season. Will we win a 6th game, a magical 6th game? St. Louis is probably our best bet, I would like to think. Can we beat the Sound to win our 6th of the season? Jesus. 134-70. Don't think we won that one, guys. You'll get them next time, Tiger. Jesus. What an ass kicking at the hand of another expansion team. We end this season next week. We end up playing Toronto here and get absolutely thrashed. It is Milwaukee, Sacramento, and the Detroit Pistons. I'm not a fan of that logo. That's okay. We beat Sacramento again. How badly does Sacramento suck? What the hell? Steph Curry, MVP. Is that right? Let's find out. I'm going to hit the old override option. And, well, I mean, you can at least see, you know what, in fairness, this is pretty much the equivalent of looking around the league. I mean, you can pretty much see. I mean, granted, you're not I mean, you're going to miss some stuff back here, but the main stats, that's what we care about, right? Whether or not Steph Curry should have been MVP is potentially a debatable point. And unfortunately, no, I am allowed to go back. Thank God. So there you go. Steph Curry, League MVP, Luka, Rookie of the Year. Good stuff. Good stuff. Jesus, how is Trae Young not Rookie of the Year? I mean, granted, the other stats are lacking a bit, but Jesus, how are you not Rookie of the Year? That is ridiculous. Eubanks was up there, though. Good for him. Sixth Man of the Year, Enes Kanter. You lost to us. Take that smile off your face. You lost. You lost to us. Defensive Player of the Year was Giannis, which sounds about right. Most Improved Player, Jordan Clarkson for the Pelicans. Coach of the Year, Steve Kerr. Respect it. And then, of course, Steph, MVP. Okay, now, the odds that we had anybody on the first team, quite slim. Will it ever happen? Probably. But I'll give you a quick look there at the squads. For those of you who care to look, of course, you can pause the video. I know I'm kind of breezing through it, but what are you going to do? Right now, Delgado, second team rookie. I'll take that. Of course, you're not going to be here, but that might help you get a job after this season as you guys get a look at the playoffs. And again, as far as anything to look at here, of course, we do have some stats to look at potentially. I want to see what our team did this year. As far as the scouting is concerned, I mean, I'm gonna say we're good, and hopefully we end up with Nelson Fletcher is what I'm learning. Hopefully, again, I trust the slider set that we're using, and I hope it does result in us getting some half-decent players, but there is a clear number one. Clear number one in Nelson Fletcher. 100% scouted. 21-year-old, 6'9" shooting guard from DePaul. That would be great, actually. Mock draft. So we are projected, and I mean, we I hope we have the number one pick. It comes down to the lottery, of course. That would be great. The Celtics would end up with the second pick in their mock draft, at least thanks to the Grizzlies. Of course, that's just Draft Express. There's all the other ones, which are great, and I love that. Oh, so much. Oh, so much. Aside from that, though, we're good to go. I mean, there is the old, you got the old analytics tool. Okay, you know what? I'm not doing it. I love that it's a thing. Not doing it. As far as the big board is concerned, Noel Cousins is the number one guy. Whether or not he'll end up being our pick, though, time will tell. Mainly comes down to the lottery. So as far as the standings are concerned, for the hell of it, the Blazers win the Northwest. Nuggets and Jazz also make the playoffs. Let's go over to the Southwest. Rockets and Pelicans make the playoffs. And the Southeast, the expansion, Tampa Bay Sharks take it by one game over the Wizards, who also made the playoffs. That is ridiculous because obviously, I mean, we finished dead last in our division. The Aces didn't even finish dead last. Of course, they actually tried, but still, it's a little bit surprising. In the Central, you have the Bucks and Pacers. The Sound almost made the playoffs in their very first year. In the Atlantic, the Sixers, the Raptors, Celtics, and Nets all make the playoffs. Hartford Journeymen had a pretty good record, too. It was okay, all things considered. In the Pacific, the Seals made it. The Warriors win it. Lakers and Seals also make the playoffs. Damn, the San Jose Seals. We'll have to take a look. That is awesome. That is awesome. The Warriors number one in the power rankings, which is not surprising. So as far as the season stats are concerned, I do want to take a look here. I mean, again, we would have seen who was up there in the league, right, by double-checking the whole MVP override, so that's good to go. We would have seen who was up there for rookies as well. Team stats, I'm intrigued to see how bad we were. Points per game, 88. Second lowest was Memphis at 99. A minus 23.7 differential. Yikes. Yikes. I think that sums it up, doesn't it? As far as our team is concerned, though, it was R.J. Hunter and Drew Eubanks leading the way. Jesus, that was about as rough of a season as you possibly could have expected. Brutal. Actually, no, hold on. While we're there, let's go back to player stats and let's look at what some of the other teams looked like, including the Sharks, who did very well for themselves. Why is it on playoffs? Nope. Did I hit playoff stats? I totally did, didn't I? That's why I went back over. Total noob here. Sorry. So for the Sharks, Jeremy Lin. He's going to be out for the playoffs, but god damn. Jabari Parker, Harrison Barnes, Ricky Rubio, Pau Gasol, Danny Green, Gortat. It's not a bad roster. The Seals, with Drew Holiday, led the way. They had Jeff Teague as well, Hollis Jefferson, Nick Batum, and Darren Calderson. I know we looked at the rosters before, but still, for those two in particular, those are the ones I was very intrigued by. So we're good to go. Let's see how the playoffs turn out. See if any of our two, or either of our two expansion teams can find success. 4th in the East, 5th in the West. San Jose might upset the Lakers here. Tampa's moving on. San Jose going to 7. San Jose wins it. Both expansion teams moving on to the second round. San Jose is going to get absolutely destroyed. Just their teeth kicked in. They won a game. That's a match. San Jose has tied it. Come on, San Jose. You can do it. You couldn't do it. San Jose and Tampa, though. Strong start to their run. Wow, Indy swept Boston. My heart, it hurts tremendously. Golden State's going to go to the final. They do. They're playing Indy. Indy takes game 1. Indy, oh my God. Game 6. Indiana wins the championship in the first season. What? Victor Oladipo goes off. Nearly 20 points a game. Holy shit. Now, I've done my test runs and everything. The Warriors don't always win. I have never seen Indy win. Indy, as the 7th seed, beats Toronto in 7, sweeps Boston, beats Philly in 6, and then beats Golden State in 6. That is unfucking believable. That is the only way to phrase that. That is insane. God damn. Hold on here, Indiana. I need to know. Go back to. Oh, whoa. Why you lagging? 50%? What are you even loading? You're gonna crash on me? I'm very confused. I'm scared and I'm confused. What's happening? Okay, I don't know what the point of that was. Anyway, Victor Oladipo killed it throughout the playoffs. Sabonis, whose name I'm probably butchering. They ended up with Steven Adams, who I guess would have been traded there because no, that's right, he wasn't in the expansion draft this year, though. By the way, he would have been traded there. Bogdanovich still there. Miles Turner. Wow. Indiana, ladies and gentlemen. Indiana wins the whole damn thing. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's get to this offseason, shall we? I'm going to be excited to see what happens here. Player retirements. Oh, Dirk, I love you. That's the one thing that sucks. I mean, I know I can override it as well, which is also great. That's the one thing that sucks. Like I said, I kind of talked about this in the first episode. Me as an NBA fan, huge fan up until the Celtics win in 2008. And then the Bruins started getting really competitive. And my focus shift from, okay, the Celtics won, and now the Bruins, oh my God, they might actually do it. And then they did. And, I'm not like the Celtics were ever bad. I'm not a glory hunter. I'm not fair weather. Like, I'm always going to root for the Celtics. It doesn't matter to me if they're winning or not. But just my interest in the league kind of dropped. I stopped playing the games, and now it sucks I've paid attention to the NBA, but I've never been like, oh my God, I got to watch this game, It just sucks to see that Dirk's 41. It breaks my heart. I'm getting old. Jason Terry retires. Joe Johnson as well. Pau Gasol. Oh my God, bring me back to the good old days. Manu Nene. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Wade retires. Haslam. Damn. And we're going to let them all go. Hall of Fame inductees. Dirk, Dwayne Wade. Yep, wow, nailed it. Nailed it. Dirk and Dwayne Wade, both Hall of Famers. Jersey retirements. Wade for the Heat. Manu for the Spurs. Dirk for the Mavs. Again, love it. NHL, hope you're paying attention. Hope you're paying attention. League meetings. This is going to be very interesting because I don't know what I want to do. And for those who aren't aware of this, trust me, it blew my mind the first time too. All 5 were rejected. Change the time the offense is given to advance the ball to front court to 10 seconds. That's a terrible idea. Only one had the majority. Opposing teams will enter a 1+1 bonus after 5-team fouls and a full bonus after a 10-team foul. Shot clock resets the full duration when possession remains with the same team. Eliminate the shot clock. And the one that was actually passed, opposing teams will enter the bonus after 4 team fouls have been committed in a single quarter. Technically, that was passed with the majority. I'm gonna approve that. Is that how we should handle it? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. If it's approved, should I approve it even if it's rejected? Each rule change proposal needs 27 votes for approval is what's on the right. We'll leave that as rejected, but how do you think I should handle stuff like that? League realignment is fine. Of course, I placed all of the new expansion teams exactly where I wanted them. And here we go. Big moment here. The lottery. Will we get the number 1 pick? Yes. We have the number 1 odds. Please. Please, Mark Tatum. Please. God, EA, are you paying attention for NHL? I gotta hit next every time. I'm very upset. 20th pick goes to the Knicks. Gotcha. The Knicks selected Kevin Fox. I love it. It's so good, though. And we won't watch this every time, of course. 19th pick goes to the Hawks. Cool. I'm nervous. Mavericks pick will now convey to the Hawks as it landed outside the projection level placed on it. Cool. Cool. Connecticut Journeymen end up keeping their pick. That's good. Journeymen never landed a top pick. That's because they're new. The Timberwolves. 17th pick goes to the Timberwolves. Shocker. It's the only time I'm ever going to watch it in full. This will be their 22nd lottery selection all time. That's tragic. Oh, God. It's cool that it knows that, but that is tragic. The Spurs get the 16th pick. This will only be their 4th lottery selection all time. Yeah, no kidding. Thanks a lot, Tim Duncan. St. Louis Sound end up with the 15th pick. Another expansion team there. Sound had never landed the top pick in the draft. No kidding. That's because they're new. Nameless reporter. The Magic will end up with the 14th pick. Yes, they will. I don't expect anybody to move up, of course. This pick represents the 7th consecutive year. Oh, God. Orlando. Oh, boy. If only Dwight and Jameer made it work, huh? The Aces keep their 13th pick. The Thunder have moved into the top 3. Oh, shit. Oh, God. If OKC just took away a pick. Atlanta ends up with the 12th pick. Hawks selected Luka Doncic with the pick and then moved him. We're all aware. The Hawks on the board again. And they stay. Thank God. I didn't expect anybody to move up. Oklahoma City moved up. 2nd consecutive year, the Hawks have held a lottery pick. Thank you. Good to know. Doubles. Stay. Thank God. Nobody else move up, please. The Bulls haven't finished with a winning record for 3 seasons. You don't get any sympathy. No sympathy. None. The Heat stay at number 9. 10th lottery selection, having never landed the number 1 pick. You know, they haven't needed it. When you draft as well as you do with Dwayne Wade, you don't need it. 8th pick goes to Charlotte. They keep it. I still love Charlotte's logo. Big question for the Hornets is the impending free agency of Kemba Walker. Isn't it? It's cool, man. It's the little things like this that I love about this game. Oh, God. 7th pick goes to Boston. The Clippers have moved up. If one more team moves up, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. Oh, God. The Suns at 6. Thank God they stay. This just got a lot more interesting down the stretch. Suns have had the most lottery picks in the NBA since 2012 with 8. That's just, it's so, God damn it. For those of you who are used to this, I'm sorry. But again, this is the first time I've been like, I'm going to watch this, even though I've done test runs. Oh, Detroit. Detroit. Come on. Nobody else. Don't move up, Memphis. Don't move up. Yes. Okay, we kept the top 3 pick. Thank God. Thank God. The question is it 1, 2, or 3? How far up have the Thunder moved? Of course, we know the Clippers don't have this pick. I think we have the 3rd pick here, don't we? Yes, we do. That means we move down because they both won. Fuck. Well, let's just go ahead and skip that, shall we? Oklahoma City moves up. We fall to 3rd, which is tragic. First year, we miss out. We lose on the lottery. I can't speak. I'm depressed. The good thing is our scouts, or the entire coaching staff, is fine. Damn it. To the combine, which I have the AI set up to handle. Don't draft Sheldon Singleton. Will not. Don't draft Sheldon Crawford. Avoid Sheldons. Got it. And Kennys. And Akedia. Cool. Remind me not to draft them. As far as the combine is concerned, again, I have the AI set to just kind of handle everything for me once we get to this stage. As far as the sprint, though, good old Jim Woodson. Good old Jim. Who has the best vert? Woodson. Damn. Best vert, best sprint time as well. Jimmy Woodson. Jimmy Woods. Oh boy, the pre-draft workouts. I also have that pretty much handled by the AI. Although, granted, we have 12 invites available. Well, who do we not have information on then is the big question. Let's look at the lovely rankings and see if there is anybody that we should get a little bit more info on. Preferably, actually, let me just double check here, like the top 5 for all of this. As long as we have information on everybody there, which I think we do, we should be fine. So now, I believe, once we get around to like the 35th projection, that's when we're going to want to start making sure we have players scouted. I think there's, 34 teams in the league? So, let's start taking a look here at players who might be able to slide as well. It's kind of tough. I'm not sure how much players tend to slide in the draft, right? So I don't necessarily want to waste anything with these players here. I know Baz Turks would have to be, he'd stay in Europe for 2 seasons, so we will probably avoid him. Let's take a look at Ben Garrison. Let's take a look at Luka Dragic. We can do that. Romero, Vern, Sheldon Crawford. No Sheldons. No Sheldons. DJ Sharp, Lyle Bolton. I have 6 invites left. So let me take a look at players who might fall down the rankings here. I'm gonna take a look at Ozturk, take a look at Cooper, good old Percy, Snyder, and we'll go for Arthur. I don't think anyone else is gonna fall, but what about D Marsh? Good old D. Good old D, and we're going to skip on from there. So it is draft time. We have lost the lottery, of course. And as far, if I can pause the draft, perfect, so we can leave. Beautiful. So we will see as, who we end up being able to get. Nelson Fletcher does go number 1. God damn you, Oklahoma. God damn you, Oklahoma. Number of media suggesting he's a second-round talent. Couldn't disagree more. Well then, good to know. The Clippers also moved up. They end up with Noel Cousins, the point guard. Oh, the point guard. Nice haircut. The consensus number 1 pick in every mock. God damn it. He couldn't fall one more? He couldn't fall one more. So the question will be, who the hell we're looking to take? I can back out, so this decision will be up to you. There will be a poll in the description. So based off of overall, and feel free as well, do we want to base it off of certain stats, or are the badges enough to let you guys know what we need to know? So what I'm going to do is have this be based off of a couple of different things. We're going to look at different projections, and I'm also going to look at the highest rated players in terms of overall. Let me know how you want me to handle this. But I think what I'm going to do here then, so we'll look at the highest rated guys in terms of overall, but unfortunately none of them are all that high up in terms of rankings outside of Lauren Bremer. Good old Lauren, the center. So here, let's take a look here at the Draft Express rankings. Number 3 on the board is Ron Pearson. You can see his other rankings as well. All right, 100% scouted as well. Ceiling, Sidney Moncrief, All-NBA. Floor is a bench player. Cool. All right, well, not a superstar then, but one of the best players in the league. I can take that. Good ability to run the floor. Not really known for his man defense, but he gets the job done. His knack for making stops. Doesn't make a ton of sense, but okay. Can score if he's open, but can't get open by himself. All right, well, he's a shooting guard, in fairness, as opposed to a point guard. 3-point jumpers and 2 reliable. He has passed his physical. Good to know. Averaged 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Not too bad. As far as his current grades, Get a look at some stuff as well. A potential, though. A potential's pretty nice. Currently a C+, and A potential at 71 overall. Not too bad. Tendencies as well, just to get you guys a look here. I'm not going to look at everything, though. Oh, boy. Lenny Wells went up against Pearson. Wells came out looking better. J.R. Logan outplayed Pearson. It's got to be just the defense, though, right? Now people will tell me, these are the guys you need to believe in. His badges as well at the moment. Ron Pearson will be the first player listed on the draft board. And, of course, for the second round, I'm going to pick whoever I think is the best at that given time. Fourth on the board is 23-year-old Stevie Chase out of Utah. Stevie Chase. All-star ceiling. Starter for the floor, though, so a bit more reliable, but not going, doesn't have that high-end ceiling, so I'm going to guess it's like, what, a B or a B-plus potential? Could develop into a really good player. I mean, to say at worst he's going to be Courtney Lee in his prime, that's not too bad. But for a number 3 overall pick, are we looking for a Courtney Lee? I don't know if we are. No disrespect, Courtney. A- potential is actually not that bad. B- right now for the grade. That's okay. That is okay. 6 badges at the moment. Not too bad for the pure shooting guard. Who else do we have here? Tempted to see where else we should look and whether or not it should be off of overall. Like I said, there's so much to look at that we're going to have to figure this out in due time. What I am going to take a look at, though, is listed potential, which should be at the end. Should it not be? Ish, or are you not going to list potential amongst everything else? Time to find out. Are you going to list potential, or do I have to look it up for myself? Probably going to have to look it up, aren't I? Yeah, that's what it's looking like, isn't it? That's okay. At least now we know. At least now we know. So we go back to the fine world of the data. Stevie Chase will be on the board as well. I do suppose both shooting guards as far as who's rated highest on Draft Express at the moment. You guys are going to have to let me know, like, hey, fuck Draft Express, only look at this. So we'll figure it out in due time, right? In due time. Dana Swanson, 5th on the list, number 1, according to Big Board position rank. 2K draft projection is 16th. That's a little bit rough. Ceiling of Iguodala, floor of PJ Tucker. What else are we dealing with here with one Dana Swanson? A+ potential. The 22-year-old out of USC. That is just the question of who the hell do we look to take? Only two badges at the moment for Dana. I don't think do we want to go down too far in terms of who else we're looking at? I don't know. Because we probably don't want to select anybody who's too far outside, but I mean, all the draft rankings are different. Do I only want to look at the top 3 for who's projected to come up next? I don't know, man. I don't know. Should I base it purely off of overall, where we do have Lauren Bremer, who is relatively up there in terms of most projections. Ceiling of Robin Lopez, floor of Brandon Wright. Not bad. Decent jumper as well for a center. Averaged 19 points inside scoring. Currently an A-. His potential, though, is a B-, so he is pretty much capped out already. Sam Burns, just a look here, potential of B+. JJ Redick potential, at least in terms of his ceiling, which isn't too bad. A couple of badges as well. I might not even leave it up to a vote. I might just say, like, hey, who do you think we should pick? I don't know. Reggie Grady is going to be Brandon Jennings. He is Brandon Jennings reborn, is what we have learned with that B- potential. He's already capped out at a 76 overall. So, overall, not going to be all that reliable, is what we've learned. Let's see who else is available here. Let's take a look. So Stevie Chase, Denilson Carlos is 4th, the Brazilian. Let's take a look in terms of potential. If I go back to grades, he is an A-, currently a C+. Averaged 20 points last year. Ceiling is Mike Miller. Floor is Sasha. I can't pronounce that name. I'm terrible with those names. Don't even tell me how to pronounce it. I don't care, man. I don't care. I know how to, like, it's one of those names for me where it's like, I know how to pronounce that. I can envision people saying it. My mouth is just like, no, it's not happening. Not going to happen. Did I say Denilson Carlos was a center? I think I did. No, I didn't. I was talking about the other guy. I don't even know. I'm losing my mind. I'm panicking a little bit. What the hell did we look to do? I looked at Stevie Chase. We looked at Grady. Bremer, Dana Swanson we looked at. Dario Galob. Or Galob, perhaps. Out of Slovenia. Let's take a look here. Currently an A potential. Currently a B- overall as well. This is the power forward. Coleman and Channing Frye. How dare you? Well, actually, that's not even that bad. Saying, hey, he might be a Channing Frye. Channing Frye had his moments. He had his moments. In terms of NBA position rank, express draft projection, for the most part, mostly the same guys. Outside of Clay Lyons, who we have not looked at yet. Jamal Crawford at best has future NBA superstar written all over him as a 24-year-old. Interesting. And does not appear to be defensively reliable by any stretch of the imagination. A potential. B- for the 75 overall out of Wyoming. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Who else do we have in terms of overall here? So Lyons is up there to 75. We don't know everything about Quinn Soto. There's also Matt Snyder at a 75. B- potential for him, though. So with that, and for the youngest player, Howie Woods, one of a few 19-year-olds in this draft. B- potential, currently a B- overall. Let me know what you guys think as far as how we should handle the scouting. The choice is going to be up to you. We looked at far too many players for who should be number one. So what I'm going to do this time out, I want your feedback on how we should handle the draft, who I should look, what I should look at in particular, what I should be looking for. Let me know on that front. I'm hoping I'm okay to back out. If I'm not, oh God, if I'm not. What if I restart my game? Uh-oh. I wonder if I back out. In fairness, I might be able to save before the draft. Hopefully it auto-saves. And then I back out of the game, load back in, and I'm able to make the choice. That's the hope. Right? Right. So by some miracle, if I back out, it brings us back to the beginning of the draft. So that is perfect. I at least know how I'm going to handle the draft now every year. So the decision is up to you. Let me know down in the comments what player you think we should draft. If you agree with the person, leave a thumbs up, please. It would be quite helpful. And then moving forward, once I know, okay, this is the only thing I should really be looking at, we'll go to the Madden-style straw poll. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I won't have the next episode of this be delayed by a couple of days, but again, I had a weird schedule in the past couple of days. It's all good. I'm excited to see who you guys pick, and again, hopefully I don't completely botch it in the second round. Let's be honest, I probably will. The question is, who will be the number one pick of the Seattle Sonics? Who is going to suffer for a few years before we get anywhere close to playoff contention? We will find out next time.